Hey, how's it going, everyone? Naz here, Nazar. You're watching Nostalgic, and I just went to Target. I haven't peg hunted in forever, a few months, and I do stop by sometimes when I'm buying stuff. We all use this excuse when we're buying food, toilet paper, or whatever. Of course, you're gonna stop by the diecast aisle or the toy aisle, as I do, as most of us do. If you're watching this, you probably do. So I stumbled on Series 3 by Cartooned. I got a couple, but here, check out that 4 minutes of me there showing you what I found. And then in the end, I'll show you what I bought, and we're gonna open them. So let's do that. Ooh, that's cool. That's a new one. That's freaking awesome. That's awesome. Look at that Golf. Hey, Cameron, check it out, bro. Oh, no way. We have Series 3 over here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Look at that. We got the Bel Air. Oh, jeez. We got this Bel Air. Is the green one, like, is that a Chase? Who knows? There's another one. Chevy C10. That's beautiful, man. Then we have 63 Chevy Corvette, cartooned racing. That's cool. Then we have the K5 Blazer. Dang, man. It's a big series. Look at that. Camaro. And C10. I love that livery, by the way. And then we have Impala. Beautiful purple wheels. I have some Series 1 restocked there. More Series 1. Wait, there's a red one. Did I already see the red one? I don't even know anymore. Camaro, Blazer. Alright. There's that Liberty Walk freaking skyline, man. Oh god. Look at this. GT500 Code Red. Yo, guys, that's like the Hot Wheels RLC. Wow. That is so cool, man. Still digging that. But yeah, wow. Jesus. So yeah, guys, my favorite two out of that whole set is this C10. Just that livery's beautiful. And this little guy. Man, I don't know. They're they're $4.99 each. And I'm really like stuck here because I really want this, and I kind of want that Code Red Mustang too. But those are expensive, so I don't know. These are just beauties. God. All right, welcome back, guys. Thank you for going to Target with me. So, as you suspected, I picked up these two. I think these are just freaking beautiful. Hopefully, you agree. If not, they're all beautiful. Series 3 is nice. I mean, it's kind of like it's still the same cars, but I like the recoloring and all that good stuff. So, Cartoon popped into the scene of diecast, I think last year, 2024, in the beginning or the end of 2023. It's been a while. And I've been seeing Series 1 that whole time. I don't think I've seen Series 2 pop up, maybe the 2 pack or whatever, but it's been just Series 1 for at least 1 year, every Target around my area. I was just like, okay, I'm good, man. I picked up one. I forget the little black one. It looks like a tear shape. I forget which one that is. But in any case, I don't even think I have that anymore. I think I sold it at Hot Wheels for Ukraine auction. But anyway, that's not the point. I really do respect the company, Cartooned. I love the designer there. I love what they post on social media. I absolutely love what customizers and the diecast community do with these. But, well, like you saw, we saw the whole set. I didn't see any chases, as they say. But yeah, I had to choose because these things are $5 each, so they're basically a little bit less than a premium Hot Wheels car. You know, and it's definitely a niche thing. You have to kind of like this sort of tuned look, you know what I mean? So, and I do, but it's tough for me because, you know, again, I collect very focused. I collect things that are, I don't collect everything. So just because it's new, just because it's rare, just because it's a super treasure hunt, just because it's a chase, I don't collect it. I only collect it if it's a certain model that I love and collect. That's what I pick up. That's what I buy. I haven't been buying a lot for myself, not in the past bunch of months. We're already 3 months pretty much into 2025, which is crazy. Like, what? It's spring outside. So, I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm just saying, you know, I recommend you guys collect what you like. Try not to follow the hype on YouTube. If you follow a YouTuber, just because they really like something, it doesn't mean you need to have it. It doesn't mean you need to buy things if you're a YouTuber. It doesn't mean you need to buy everything that just comes out just to put it out on your channel, just to kind of get views and be relevant in a diecast community. Just a little advice, you know, try to keep true to yourself. If you're a collector, if you're a fan of diecast, try to focus on the hobby. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sound like a smartass here. I'm sorry if I am coming off as a smartass, but I've been collecting my whole life, specifically diecast. I've been collecting after college, more so too, for the past over a decade now. And my collection has grown, shrunk, disappeared, regrown. There's a nice solid forever collection that I always had that never leaves. But you know, I've learned that it's very important not to lose yourself in the collection. That's why very often on my channel here, I say own your collection, don't let your collection own you. That means basically what I just said. Own what you like. Own your hobby. Own what you're collecting. You know what I mean? Um, it doesn't matter what your street cred is in the YouTube community. The YouTube community is always going to be there. It's ever changing. It's always new people come in, old people drop out, some people stick around. Some, you know, it's always changing. The interests of the community change. What you need to focus on is what you're collecting and what you're enjoying. So I just wanted to take this opportunity here to talk about that a little bit, you know, like I did. And to kind of explain why I got the cartooned cars, because it's not something I collect. I try to go more for historic racing. I'm a huge Kaido house nut. My whole case is filled with Kaido house. I have a bunch of chases. That doesn't matter to me as far as like who knows that or who tells me like, oh, you're so boss because you have this and this in your collection. It doesn't matter. I love that because when I come into this office right here, I can stand there and stare at my collection, and I love every single casting there. I love it, like seriously. There were times in my collecting career where I had so much in here, or even in bins, where I'm like, why? You know what I mean? And you know, let's start opening these. Where I was kind of like, you know, why am I? Why do I have all this? You know, like, yeah, a lot of people don't have this, or a lot of people want this, or look at like I have, you know, 100 super treasure hunts, which most of I found in person while peg hunting. You know, after a while, I sold most of that. Now I only collect like Mustang super treasure hunts because I love Mustangs. So. Yeah, so hopefully whatever I just told you comes through. I just want you to know that, you know, You don't need to prove yourself to people in a diecast community, specifically YouTube diecast community. Everyone on there is after themselves. They're there to promote themselves. They're there to, yeah, they give you advice, kind of like what I'm doing, I guess. But a lot of their stuff is just to like hype it up, like try to give you advice while they're benefiting from it quite a bit. There's so much out there that it's not healthy. So all I'm trying to say is focus on your hobby. Focus on what you love. I don't know if these are the most popular cars in this series. I don't know. Maybe like the C10's probably super popular. Everyone loves the C10 truck. Half the people that collect C10 trucks have no effing clue why they like them or whatever. They just know that everyone on YouTube's talking about C10s or Silverado. You know, collect what you love. If you're enjoying to look at it and you're just like, that's so cool, even that alone will impress people if that's what you're after. Your passion, you talking about your collection and why you have a certain casting, it shouldn't be because it's super popular right now. It shouldn't be because everyone's scalping it or whatever. It should be because, bro, you found the casting you really like, or you really love the livery on it, or the color of it, or the model of it, Get that, man. Like, anyway. So, with all of that being said, I picked up these two cartoons after this company's been out for. This is 2024, so I'm pretty sure that Series 1 came out in 2023. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. But I respect this company quite a bit. I love what they're doing. I think these are beautiful. I love how the community embraced them. I love how these became so freaking popular, which is, cool. But the thing about these is, yeah, they became popular, but there are people who are like, these suck. Why would you get these? Like, what the hell? I like my realism, whatever. Which is fine. That's freaking cool. I kind of look at it that way a little bit, but they're freaking awesome. Look at this thing. Why not? I love this color. I love this livery. I love this little truck. I think it's freaking cool. And I don't need the entire series. I don't need other, series 1 or 2. I don't need to complete anything. If you do because you like these so much, that's badass. Yeah, do it, do it. But for me, I collect so much different stuff. I just wanted to have a couple of examples of these because I really like this one. I really like this truck. I really like this color and this livery. I think it's amazing. It says cartooned in the back. So yeah, I could care less if I find made in Vietnam. I could care less if I find the chases for these. I think they have like a red base or something. I don't know. But by the way, I'm throwing the cards out. The only reason I'm cutting them open is because it's just less messy, and honestly, I think it's quicker than like ripping it open and trying to pry it all open. Like, it's open already, you know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not here to tell anyone to do anything. I try to share advice of things, of my thoughts, and what I think is kind of, how I do things. Not how you should do things. How I do things, and why I do those things that way. This was the second one I got. Look at this. Just look at that paint. Look at the beautiful contrast of gold and green and the little accents of that silver there. And that beautiful little scratch that's right on the door. That makes me really happy. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? I'm sure that can be buffed out somehow. I don't know. But in any case, I think the detail on that is nice. You got little headlights. I love the way the front bumper looks. Yeah, those wheels are just cool, man. As you can see, they're empty on the inside, so that's a good way to save money. And since it doesn't really matter what you really need. A couple of plastic molded chairs in their seats, I mean. The windows are nicely tinted, so it doesn't matter. And when a car's like tuned like this, like a little cartoon, it doesn't matter. But yeah, this paint is freaking beautiful, man. Except for that door that's scratched. What the hell? What happened here, QC? That's okay, no biggie. Yeah, I displayed them this way, so you won't even be able to tell. And if I find another one, I actually found two, as you saw in the video. So, but the other one had like a little misprint on this back silver piece on the fin. It was off of the trim itself, so I picked this one because all the trim is good, and that scratch can be buffed out. Actually, that's silver paint off of the trim here, so I can just get that off with a little bit of acetone or something. It's no big deal. I can get it. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what I was babbling on and on about. But yeah, I just thought I would add these to my collection because I really like them. I think they're awesome. I like the company. They're very positive. They're very supportive of the community. I like that the people of Cartoon like reach out to people on Instagram, Facebook. They commented under a few of my posts when I bought that first Black Little guy. And now, like I heard that they, communicate. They stay in touch with the community. And I think that's what you should do. You know what I mean? My friend Joe of Joe's Rush Shop, he made a custom one of these. We sold that at one of our auctions too for charity. So, anyway, with all of that being said, these are my little additions, newest additions to my collection. Don't expect to see too many more of these unless they come out with some new molds for Series 4 or whatever. But yeah, as far as for now, yeah, these are going in my display case. And I love them. They're great. So, okay, guys. That's it. Also, check out my video. Here's another oddity in my collection. 1/18 scale Liberty Walk by Pink Slips. Oh boy, she's beautiful. So check out that video. I say a lot in that video. Anyway, Cartooned. Thanks everyone for your attention and for watching this little unboxing. Again, collect what you like. Own your collection. Don't let your collection own you. And street cred doesn't matter when it's your hobby. You have your friends. Make friends with people who have like minds, who collect things, and you can support each other. You don't need to impress thousands of people all over the world because you picked up Super Treasure Hunt and you went to Target every day. I don't know. Cheers. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.